Hey, what's up, family? This is Patrick. Today's topic that I want to go over is a very simple one, but very complex. Basically, it's breath. Now, from my favorite book, it starts off that God breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. And we know ever since that day, we can't stop doing it if we want to live. So, also mechanically, we know that breathing is simply taking in and exhaling air from our lungs. You also know that breathing is essential in so many different things. You know, if you have anxiety, uh, any type of stress in your life, if you're having a baby, anything that might be going on in your life, the first thing they tell you to do is what? Breathe. That's right. You have to breathe. Inhale, exhale, just take it easy. But I want to dive into a little bit more about breath and how important it is. Many of you have always heard the term in the martial arts or anywhere, you've heard about fight or flight. I also talk about how breath is so essential because in my martial art, we have something called Undo Chikata, which is the dynamic nine moving forces. The number one element of those nine moving forces, you guessed it, it's breath. So here's what we know. Everyone's heard about fight or flight. So what'll happen is your body is instinctively designed to protect itself. So when you are shocked or something dramatic happens or anxiety enters your body quickly, the first thing you'll do is you'll take a quick inhale because we're taught to inhale on preparation and exhale on execution. Again, inhale on preparation and exhale on execution. It's very hard to execute when you inhale. It's hard to go forward when you're inhaling. You can go backwards, you can block, you can defend yourself when you inhale, but it's hard to attack or go forward. So your body will inhale in preparation. Everybody knows that, quick inhale. Why? Because your body is preparing. It's preparing to do something. The next thing that it does, your mind will instinctively tell you to do one of two things. It'll tell you to fight, and you'll fight harder than you've ever fought in your life. But in order to fight, you have to what? You have to exhale. So you'll inhale, and then you'll fight, and you'll fight ferociously. Or your body will tell you to run, to flee. And when you flee, of course, you know you have to what? Exhale. You never see anybody running a 50-yard dash, inhaling, running backwards. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, fight or flight. But there's a third F that we rarely hear about, and that's freeze. And what'll happen is if the body doesn't know what to do, if it doesn't know how to fight, and if it doesn't know where to flee, or if they have a chance to flee, you'll freeze. And when you freeze, you're basically doing one of two things. The first thing you're doing is preparing to be invisible. You don't want anybody to know where you are, nothing. You don't want to make a sound. The second thing is that you're taking in more information because the reason why you froze in the first place is because you didn't have enough information to act. So you'll freeze and your ears will perk up, your eyes will be wide because you want to take in more information to make the next move. But if you stay frozen, that's where you'll perish. Many people freeze in life, and that's where it will take them out. If a police officer freezes in a moment where he's supposed to pull his weapon, sometimes that'll be his demise. Everybody hears about the deer in the headlight. He was crossing the street, something happened, he got stuck on the headlight. We all know how that ends, okay? So you don't want to stay frozen. So right now as a society in life, how do you combat that? What's the attack to that? Think about a boa constrictor. A boa constrictor will wrap around you. It'll allow you to inhale. You can inhale all you want, but it won't let you exhale. Take another deep breath, inhale, it gets tighter. It won't let you exhale. How long can you last like that? How long can you inhale and not exhale? So, right now, coronavirus is a respiratory disease. You think that's a coincidence? I think not. Okay? So right now, a lot of people are frozen. You're taking a lot of information in. Everybody is frozen because they may not know what to do next. My advice, take in the information, find out how you're going to exhale. Because there is going to come a time where we have to exhale and take action. I recommend you read, take in as much information as you can. I take in that you take this moment to freeze and pray. My personal recommendation, and take in as much information as you can. And prepare. Be ready. But don't stay there. Get ready to act. Get ready to exhale. For God's sake, man. Breathe. All right? Peace.